Good night, good night, good night. It is so good. It is so good to be here with you guys yet again on this Thursday night. How are you guys doing? I feel like it's been so long. That 7 days is a killer. And I know we started a couple minutes late. We had to do some last minute technical stuff to make sure that, we come, we deliver exactly what you guys came to see, So, how are you guys doing tonight? If this is your first time tuning into the digital age, just drop some hearts, drop some fire, give me some likes in the comments below. Let me know that you guys are here. Let me know where you guys are from. If you guys are from Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, Barbados, let me know where you guys are from in the comments below. And of course, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Keron Rose, and I am the hostess with the mostest, and your host for the digital age. Tonight, we got, listen, I know I say this almost every week. No, I say this every week, but tonight, the guest we have tonight, he ain't come to play. He never comes to play. And tonight, we're going to see a completely different side of this guest tonight, because he is one of the biggest and baddest creators in the entire Caribbean. He has amassed a global following, over 300,000 followers across his platforms combined. And when I say, when he comes online and he starts to drop these gems, and we get into, building content, building your platforms, listen, the gems are not going to stop. So I hope you guys have your drinks, right? Whether they are, some good stuff for the light stuff. I hope you guys have a notepad. I hope you guys and girls have put the kids to bed or put them in a corner, put them somewhere so that we watch this uninterrupted. So before we bring in the guests, let's just shout out a couple of people that are in the stream tonight. Big shout outs to the first person to drop a comment, and that is Lydia. How are you doing? Josanne Jack, she's inside tonight. John Peltier, Antigua is in the building. Big ups the Antiguans. Kevin McCarthy, Trinidad inside the building. Christabel, good night. Greba, good night. Adafi, how you doing? Clevar, my bro, how you doing? Christabel, Jamaica's in the building. Boy, look at that. Devon X Scott is in the building too. Caribbean Power Lunch is inside. Reese Style is inside. And our resident lawyer at the house, Elise, is inside. How you guys doing tonight, man? Keep the comments coming. Keep the flames coming. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know that you guys are inside. And without further ado, allow us to give a big, warm welcome to the man himself, Mr. Certified Samson. Samson, where is Samson? Samson! Hey!
Good night, my
bro! Good night, good night, good night. How are you doing, man?
I am fantastic. I just want to say a good night to everyone locked on as well to the digital age. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate the fact that you called me on to do the interview. This is going to be fun. I am very, very much so excited. And I hope the viewers would enjoy this as well and enjoy seeing me here as well. All right? So, yes.
Yes, man. Listen. Here, man. No, thank you for coming, man. Because let me tell you something, man. This whole entire program is geared towards helping creatives, business owners, entrepreneurs build their brands, build their businesses online throughout the Caribbean. There is not another program like this in the entire Caribbean. So the gems that you are dropping today from your experience, your journey, the things that you do is going to help people, not just in Trinidad, but throughout the entire Caribbean. And we have people from the US, we have people from the UK and Canada tuning in as well. So even if they're outside of a market, they're still going to be able to implement a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. All right?
Definitely.
So, before we get into anything tonight, you guys already know we got to drop the intro. Let's hit it. All right, so Samson, give me a text. We want to make sure that everybody can hear you.
Yes, check. Of course.
All right.
Samson here on the digital age.
Perfect. Let me know in the comments if you guys are hearing Samson good. You know, I don't want you guys to miss nothing tonight. Let me know if Samson is sounding good. Let me know if I'm sounding good. Let me know in the comments below. As usual, I need your guys' help. I need your feedback. I need your support to make sure that, you know, we hit everything to your standards, because your guys' standards are very high.
Yes.
All right. So it sounds like we are good. All right. Okay, so good. What we're going to be doing first and foremost, right, is how I like to run the show is I like to make sure that everybody knows exactly what we're going to be kind of covering in the program tonight. So first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to spend 15 minutes, Samson, talking to you, getting to know you, a bit about your journey, a bit about what makes you tick, how you even got started into content creation and becoming a social media personality. Then after that, we're going to take a long-winded deep dive into the social media personality teardown. So we're going to talk the business side of it. We're going to talk tips. We're going to talk the different platforms you use and how you create content. And after that 30 minutes, wrapping up is going to be a 15-minute session. So what we do is we take some questions from social media, but then we also have a live audience that's going to be dropping some questions here that we're going to be able to pull up right here, right now, live. Okay, so you ready, my bro?
Great. Yes, I am very, very ready.
I know you ready. I know you stay ready. All right, so So let us get the countdown up on the screen so we can get started. And let us hit the clock, and the clock is ticking. So Samson, my bro, first things first, right?
Right.
So I want you to, if your mom was to introduce you to her friend at work, and she said, hey, darling, this is my son Jamel. He does. Hey, what you guys do again? What would you tell Auntie Darlene what you do?
I would tell Auntie Darlene that I am a YouTuber, a YouTube personality. I am a radio announcer on Red 96.7 FM. I am
Hey,
also a host. I am also a crazy individual that loves to make people laugh, that loves to see a smile on people's faces. And I also love to inspire people as well. So, with that being said, could you subscribe to me? That's it.
and Auntie Darlene go, YouTube? What YouTube? What is YouTube?
YouTube, a place where people express themselves. Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. And one of the things that with all creators, it's always amazing to get into the why we started content. Now,
Yeah.
I know for me, it was I see a problem within a space that I like, and I look at the data and I try to create content to kind of solve a problem, right? When I look at what you do, I'm not that funny. So give us a bit of a breakdown as to how did you get started to create a lot of the skits and the content that you
Yes.
do. Break that down for us.
All right. So I'll start at the beginning. The beginning of time, I started working at Shagona's health facility, and I worked there for 2 years. And I realized for some reason I couldn't stay in one place. I couldn't stay in one spot. I always up and down, and the supervisor would always complain because I'm not in my unit. And I just couldn't stay in one place because I enjoyed moving about. I enjoyed just being me and having the personality that I have. And I
Right.
realized working there, I didn't get to show who Jamel Sampson is, aka Certified Sampson is.
Yeah.
So one day I went home and I told my mom prior, I was like, Mom, if I could leave my job and I would like to do YouTube, well, not YouTube at that time, Facebook at that particular time. I would like
Right.
to pursue a career doing social media comedy on Facebook. And
Wow.
mom wasn't too fond of the idea, of course, because she didn't think it would have, masters a career. So she said,
Right.
no, not leave the job at all, at all. So what I did, I
Right.
continued working there for 3 months. I
Right.
saved my money. I left my job without telling my mom until I reached home. I told my mom, yo, that's it. I left the work. Mom panicked, started to pack garbage bag with my clothes, try to pull them out and this and that. And then she hugged me. She said, she's sorry. She said she took 6 months, 6 months to show me that, to show her that I believe in what I would like to do. And that's where Certified Samson started. That's where I started doing videos. And
Right.
from age 19 is when I started, age
Wow.
18, 19. And I
Yeah.
started on a cell phone. And I would
Wow.
just sit down and I would think about stuff I experienced.
Right.
And I looked at it in such a way, hey, I need to let the world know what I
Yeah.
go through in my daily life. So if mom
Yeah.
complaining about the wares in the sink, if mom complaining about the clothes basket, clothes filling up too much, and all
Yeah.
my boxes finishing and I have no more clothes, like all these things people experience with their parents, I decided, I want to take the relatability of what I go through and put it on the net, and hopefully people enjoy it. And then right after that, it
Yeah.
started going great. And I just, the people around me, like different personalities as well, I fed off
Yeah.
of them. And that's where the characters started. That's where the Stutter Stanleys and the Ling Ling and the
Yeah.
Granny. Like, these are people around me. Like
Right.
Stutter
Wow.
Stanley, I myself the stutter, hence the reason I created that character. I have grandmother. I have a grandmother who always argues for some reason. The father character who always want me to work construction. So each character that I have,
Right.
13 in total, their personalities that I experienced growing up. Hence the
Wow.
reason that's where Certified Sampson started and the different characters started and just me
Yeah.
expressing myself on the net to relatable content that people would hopefully enjoy.
Wow. And what was the response when you started to put the content out?
Well, at first, anything that you now start, it would be rocky. It
Right.
would have a slow start to it. When
Yeah.
I started, like 20 views, 10 views, and I was like, I wonder what doing. I wonder what. I leave the job. Hey, must go back. I say, yo, I think I make a mistake. Please take me back. And then I was like, you know what? Keep focused. I love doing this. I love expressing myself to a vast audience. So I decided to take it on even more serious because I
Right.
realized this was going to be a very, very long journey. So I started doing more home videos with my sister and whatnot. And one particular video that I did, it was a video called FaceTiming with B. And
Right.
I posted that to Facebook and it got 3.4 million views. And that's where
Jeez.
I said, you know what? I'm going to create a YouTube channel now. And I tried to get as much traffic as possible from that particular video to my
Yeah.
YouTube account so people could subscribe.
Right.
And basically, like how it went. The beginning was rough, but I make sure.
So what do you think? What do you think went into? Because I know with creatives, everybody's looking for that first viral piece of content, right? So what do you feel like went into that content? Why that content went viral versus anything else you put up before?
Well, firstly, I would like to say a lot of people try creating viral content, but I don't feel it's something that you could choose. It's something that the people would choose. It's something that the
Mm,
people towards. So
right.
I could never sit down and plan out, okay, I'm gonna make this video viral the same way as a musician or a singer or a rapper. They'd have a 13 song album and
Right.
a song that they think will do well, don't do good, and the song that they didn't really think about blows up and becomes a phenomenon. So for me, it was just being who I am, and
Right.
that particular video, apparently, the relatableness of that video itself
Right.
resonated with lots of people. It was just me FaceTiming Bay, talking to
Wow.
Bay, as they say,
Yeah.
Bay, and music started playing, and she started doing this kind of like you ever spray a cockroach and
Yeah.
realize it beats up. Like she
Yeah.
started then just like that, and for some reason, people love that video. They gravitated towards it. The video reached America. The video reached Germany.
Wow.
The video reached
Wow.
all
Wow. Wow.
crossover of Europe,
Wow.
and that's where I started to take the traction from there.
Right.
And created the YouTube channel. But to that question,
Yeah.
um, you cannot make a viral video. The people would choose the viral video.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that you said that, right? So
yeah,
you had all these characters around you. You decided, you know what, you're going to turn it into personalities, right?
yeah.
Was there somebody or an event that happened that made you say, you know what, let me start creating videos? Was there a particular person you were around and you were like, yo, this is amazing. I could do this, or I want to do this too. You know, what was that situation where you got started?
Love that question, and I always love to answer it.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, who is actually
Oh.
my role model. I You see, Kevin Hart, he
Yeah.
changed my life because I went through a lot growing up.
Yeah.
Single parent and whatnot. Luckily, my mom is married now and she's happy. But growing up, it
Yeah.
was a single like household, and Kevin Hart was the person to bring that joy and happiness in my life and made me realize that the things that I go through that is hard, I
Yeah.
need to flip that and use it as positive energy in terms of, hey, when I grow older, I do not want to go through the same thing that I did when I was younger. And Kevin Hart, from his early days, from Laugh Out Loud and Soul Plane and all of these movies he was in, like all his stand-up comedy, loved it to bits. And what I realized, he talks about his life. He talks about
Right.
the things he experienced, and he basically puts it out there to let other people know, hey, I go through what you go through. Why be sad about it? Let's talk about it. And
Right.
because of him, I said, you know what? I need to start social media. I need to start expressing who I am, and hopefully I could impact people the same way Kevin Hart did to me. That
Right.
was my goal, to impact people some way, somehow in the future, for them to start their goal or start their dream or start a
Wow.
passion. And from there, it started. Certified Samson started from
Wow.
there as well. So it have different components in my life that
Right.
contributed into me being who I am at this current time.
Wow.
But Kevin Hart
So
was the inspiration, yeah.
Kevin Hart was the firecracker. Perfect. I
Yep.
love it. I love it. I love it. Kevin Hart's been one of my guys. For me, one of my favorite comedians of all time is Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. The way
Yes.
those guys take real life and how they break it down. I get it. It's funny you say Kevin Hart because I could see that now. Knowing that Kevin Hart is your inspiration, I can
Yes.
see how your content really plays into real life and you know, being able to poke fun at those situations.
And the
You
one
know,
thing him and I have in common is the height for sure. Because I'm a very, very short person. I am 5'4". 5'4", and him and I have the same
way.
height. Yep, 5'4". So it's been hard trying to convince the ladies, you know. At least close your eye when you're with me and think about a tall person. And I try to make them laugh to open them up. You know, at least, yeah, let me get
It's
something to
hard
start.
for short comedians, man. It's hard.
It's difficult, yes. Very, very much so.
Yo.
But
So yo,
you
go ahead. Go
mentioned
ahead. Go ahead. Go
you
ahead.
mentioned Dave Chappelle and you mentioned Chris Rock and all of these individuals. I especially like Dave Chappelle. Like if I had a top five, Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle would definitely be number two. Then I would put Chris Rock in that category. Then I would put Jim Carrey. In my opinion, he
Woo,
is
okay.
one of the best in theater, in my
Yes.
personal opinion. So I definitely put him in four. And
Yes.
I would put Tiffany Haddish at number five. Yeah, they give room for the ladies as well.
Well, look at that. And we now have someone comment that Tiffany Haddish is her go-to comedian. Look at that.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know. So kind of shifting gears a little bit, right?
Right.
One of the when I talk to other entrepreneurs, other content creators, right? So for me, I grew up in Canada. So I've been in Trinidad for this is my 6th year in Trinidad now, right? But I grew up in
Yes.
Canada. One of the challenges or one of the outcries I hear a lot of in Trinidad and in other Caribbean islands is I can't do it from the Caribbean. I need to move to another country in order to be able to be a content creator, whether that is, your photography, videography, sketch comedy, you name it. Have you
Yes.
ever felt like you needed to move out of Trinidad to another country to be able to do what you're doing right now?
Every single day, I think about what if I left? How would it be if the people on the outside would gravitate towards the content the same way that the local people and as well as the regional people do? It's definitely a difficult thing because when
Right.
you start growing on social media, the pressure, well, not pressure, but people expect from you better. Each time,
Right.
people expect from you either same quality or better. And in order
Right.
to do so, sometimes you might have to take that leap of faith, which is moving out of where you actually live to somewhere bigger to make bigger content and to make that dream much even larger than it is that you think about. But yes, plenty times I've thought about what if I go to the States? How would
Yeah.
people react to my content? How would the content resonate with people? But definitely,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a trip to the States.
Yeah.
As soon as the coronavirus situation or COVID-19 situation is out of the way, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a trip there for at least a week or two, start doing content up there, and
Yeah.
see how people like the content, and then from there I would know what I would like to do. But I would say the only difficulty is you don't reach as much people as fast as you possibly could if you, let's just say, it was in the States. So I
Right.
thinking, so it has a cap to YouTube. So
Okay.
for example, I'm in Trinidad. The US has over 35 million or 305 million. Not too sure
Three
the
hundred and
population there.
sixty-five million people in the U.S.
365 million
65
people in the
million
US.
people.
Which content could spread across all those 365 million people versus Trinidad being 1.6 million. So sometimes I feel that I'm not reaching my true potential if I just stay in one zone and in one like bracket. It's always good to go out of your comfort zone to grow. So that is something on my bucket list for sure, to go away and try to actually get myself in a position where I can make the dream happen for myself and inspire other young content creators as well.
I definitely think so. So I'm twofold on it, right? I think on one hand, you need perspective, right? And comedians get perspective by anybody gets perspective by traveling. I have a whole I have a whole new perspective of moving to Trinidad and the Caribbean and some of the challenges that we have here, and I'm so appreciative of a lot of the challenges. So on one hand, I want to see you travel because that's going to open you up to, we might see a Trini boy on his first date with an Italian girl skit. And how would that happen if you don't go there and actually try to date somebody, right? So on one hand, I love the fact that you want to travel, and I think that's going to help you so much. And then on the other hand, there is the fact that we are in the digital age, and like you said, right in the beginning, your content has touched every part of the world without you having to leave. And that in itself is a powerful thing that shows that you yourself have been able to do it right from the Caribbean.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. You have a very good point. But not only skits I have planned, I think about me probably 5 years from now actually getting a role, because other than skits, I actually do short films as well on YouTube. Or
I've seen the Justice one. I've seen the social justice. I've seen the justice series. Go ahead, talk.
I try to dip my hand in different things to show the variation that I have, or the difference in making the skits and acting a serious role. So I want to show that difference. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whenever it happens, I would like, and I hope it comes true, I would like to be in a movie. If with Kevin Hart, that would be Iceland and cherry, everything on cake. But I definitely would like to be in a movie, but not only funny movies. I would like to test my hand in acting.
You want to be versatile.
I want to be versatile. For example, Jamie Foxx, I would say somebody who's definitely versatile. He can act the funny role, the serious role, the emotional role. So he's somebody that I look at in terms of variation and emotion.
Right. Yeah. Wonderful. Samson. All right. Yeah. So we came to the end of our 50 minutes of our getting to know certified Samson. So I think we've warmed up the crowd. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break to give a quick shout out to our sponsors of the digital age, Buzz Media, Eastern Credit Union, and Flow. And when we come back after the commercial break, we are going to dive into the complete social media personality teardown. Here is where we spill the beans. Here is where we show people the sauce. So by the time people done leave this episode, they should done be able to say, you know what? I could be a social media personality too.
Yes. Love it.
I love it. So again, if you guys need to get yourself a drink, a snack, go do that now. We'll be back in 1 minute after these message from our sponsors.
Stay connected and entertained with broadband bundles designed for you. With Flow starter and advanced plans, you can enjoy faster speeds to stream more of what you love. Get free access to the best shows, series, and movies with HBO Go. And connectivity on the go with free Flow Wi-Fi. Packages start from as low as $295 and no contract required. Visit discoverflow.co to sign up today. Flow, keeping you connected.
Sharing your goals, helping you find your place in the world. Eastern gratitude, God's holding your hand, leading the way, here for your needs, making sure that you succeed. Eastern's lending a hand, Eastern together, we're leading the way. Eastern Credit Union.
All right, Samson, we
Yes.
are back with the people. So, we are about to get into the social media personality teardown. And this segment is brought to us by the good folks over at Flow. Samson, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Definitely. 100%.
I'm sure these are going to be some questions that people have, either probably wanted to ask you and haven't, or just the general public, wanting to know what goes into becoming a social media personality and everything that surrounds it. We're going to dive into that. So let us cue up that clock. One second. Let's get the clock on the board. The clock is there. The time has started. All right, perfect.
Yes.
So,
Perfect.
what we're going to do first, right, is Samson, right. I have 2 videos of yours that I pulled. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see it with me, so I'm going to play it, and you'll know the video. I'm going to tell you what video it is, and what I want us to do is we're going to kind of talk about, what went into that video, from equipment, the idea, how you shot it, because listen, you tried to bribe your younger sibling from telling on your parents. A shirt in one clip, the next person is on the other side, and I don't know. You and the crew doing a bunch of videos, and I'm like, I don't even know how you guys do this. Y'all appear with a... All right, we're going to dive into it. Samson, hold on. Let's run the clip.
Yo, Ezekiel, get up off the chair now. I want to sit down, girl.
Oh gosh, no! I say down here. I was here first.
Ezekiel, I was sitting there first. I went in the toilet to come back. Get up off the chair before I hit your elbow in your skull and crack it.
No, you can't tell me what to do.
You don't listen, now, boy. Get up off the chair now, boy. You must listen when big people talk there. Hey, don't cry now, boy. Oh gosh, mommy, go come in and beat my boy. Oh gosh, don't cry now, boy. I hear the stick off the chair. Take it. You's a king, you know. You's a king. Only king does sit down on this chair. Come, sit down.
No.
Oh gosh, boy, please, boy, hush now, boy. I'll give you a snack, candy and thing. Ezekiel, I'll give you money.
Give me money.
I'll give you $5, right?
I don't want that. I want $100.
Boy, you mad or 100? Here. Excuse, why is Ezekiel on the ground? What's happening here? None, mommy, none.
Mommy, he lying. He threw me off the chair. My foot break, my neck sprain, and my teeth fracture.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. Since you want to throw him off the chair, I will pelt you with one.
Okay.
Yo, listen to me. When I seen that video, I nearly fell off my own chair. So let's deconstruct that video, right? So we have a lot of people who want to create content for a variety of different reasons, whether it's for their own personal brand, whether it's for their business, you name it, right? So what I want to break down is, for one, give me the where did that idea come from?
Definitely that idea came from personal life experience that did not go well at all, and I decided to put that experience into a skit, into a video that hopefully people who looked at it would actually see how relatable it is, because I'm sure we once tried to bribe our sibling. If it's not with money, it's with a snack, it's with, okay, I will let you watch the show from 8 to 10 p.m. and I will watch nothing tonight and whatnot. So that video was basically reality. That video was me experiencing something with my sister. And
wow.
I paid her. This is what happened. Mom had ice cream in the fridge. Haagen-Dazs ice cream, cookies and cream.
Yeah.
And me being me, I decided to take some ice cream from the fridge. And I took one too many spoons of the Haagen-Dazs. My sister came outside the same time I put it. She saw me. She said, hey, I see it. I was like, oh gosh, please don't tell mommy. She was like, nah, I ain't gonna tell mommy. She was like, you sure? She was like, no, I lie. I'm gonna tell mommy. So I said, you know what? I had $23 in my wallet. And I gave her $20 because my mom always said, never leave your wallet empty. So I left the $3 in the wallet. I gave her sister $20. And I told her, if you don't tell mommy, I take those 7 spoons of ice cream, I would give her this $20. She took the $20. I was high and mighty. I think I got through. I took an extra spoon because I was confident. I took a next spoon. I was extra confident. And when mom came home, sister ended up saying, Mom, your son take the ice cream in the fridge. I don't know how much he takes, but I saw him. and he gave me $20 not to tell. My mom told her to keep the $20, and my mom ended up picking up the
Shillings.
belt, and the same amount of ice cream scoops I took was the same amount of lash I got with the belt. And she told me I would learn not to touch things that is not mine. So the idea for that video came about from me experiencing that whole
Real
scenario.
life experience.
Real life. Yeah.
I love it. So yo, how do you shoot a video like that where you have three personalities in there? It's three different looks, three different camera angles. So what are you using to shoot? And give us a bit of tips on, what goes into shooting a skit like that.
People are surprised when I say this. I shoot every single one of my videos with my phone.
Nah, man.
I swear to you, I have an iPhone. At that particular time, I probably had an iPhone 7, I believe, when I filmed that. Every single video that I upload, unless it's an advertisement video, then I would up the quality and I would have somebody who filmed the videos for me. But my skits, every single one of them is filmed with a device, a cellular device that I prop up on a tripod, or sometimes if I don't have the tripod, I would use my ironing board and I would put the pot of flour on top of the ironing board and I would take a teacup and prop the phone. So these are the things content creators, or myself, I would like to say, go through to make sure that people laugh and make sure that people enjoy the stuff that I put out there. But the layers to that is,
tell us, break it down.
When I think about an idea, for some reason, I find it difficult to write the whole idea. I just have the summary of the whole thing. So if the video is my sister end up telling on me for stealing something, or the video title is Family Snitch, then I would think about in my head scenarios that result into that particular title. Writing it, for me, it seems a bit too stick to the script. And I tend to flow with things. Sometimes things just pop in my head at given time. I might see something might get my attention, and the whole idea might change. So I don't like to write. I just prefer to put down the title or the idea of what I would like to do and go along with the flow. So when I do so, each character is filmed, their parts is filmed for the entirety of the video. So if the three characters is Mom, Ling Ling, and Dad, I film all of Mom. Then I do Ling Ling, and then I watch over some parts with Mom to know what to say for Ling Ling. And then when Ling Ling is finished, then I take the Dad character, I watch over Mom and Ling Ling and see the parts that I have to do and just do it with the Dad character. And then I sit down that same day, edit, pull some music from on YouTube audio library, and I just add it in there and boom, post the video. It basically takes 1 to 2 hours if the video is 1 minute, and if it's a 3 minute or 2.5 minute video, it takes about 4 to 5 hours to actually film. 3 minutes is 4 hours or 5 hours of filming, 4 or 5 hours of an idea, of adding the right music, because you need the right instrumental, in my opinion.
It's like a pot. You need the right ingredients to make a pot.
Exactly. So that is the whole breakdown of what I go through when I do a skit. One character is recorded, doing the entirety of the idea, and then so on and so on and so on. Then I edit and post the video out there for people to hopefully like.
Wow. Listen, I'm so glad that you broke it down, because if it's one thing, people will see it's a 1 minute video, but then think it took you 2 minutes to do. And when, I don't know, we're going to get into it a bit later, but companies don't always know how much goes into creating a simple skit. And I say simple at a very, surface level, So, Jamel, I have one more video I want to show, and this is a TikTok video I pulled. This is with, I don't even know what you call it. But I want to give you an impression, but it's going to just ruin your work. But I'm gonna try a thing where you came, right? You came and you said, "Uh-oh, this is a street. This is a light." I'll save the rest because I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm gonna leave that for you. What's it called?
Street light.
Street light. All right, we're gonna run that clip now. All right, hold on.
I have a light. I put it on the street. Street light.
Oh, no, don't leave me. This is my lunch. Come with me, yo. Come with me. What is that?
A box.
Box lunch.
This is a man. I tell him to go. Man go.
This is a step. That is my sister. Step sister. Same mother, different father.
This is a street. This is a light. Street light.
That is actually a challenge that was created by somebody in Zimbabwe, I believe.
Yeah.
It went super viral. It spread to a lot of countries with a lot of people putting their twist in it. So I decided to hit up my sister. I said, you know what? Come on over the weekend. Let's do a video. She came. I was like, let's just do a short 30 to 40 seconds clip of the Don't Leave Me challenge. She came up with her bit, and I came up with my bit, and we put both of the ideas together to put out for the people to hopefully once again enjoy. But that was just more of a spontaneous moment to hop on a challenge that people hopped on, and to just give my version of the challenge that went viral.
Wow. So how long did that take you and your sister to film?
All right, so that particular video wasn't that long because of the length and because we already knew what we was going to say. That video took probably like about 30 minutes to do. Total.
Right. And that was done on TikTok.
Yeah, that was on TikTok. But I did it on my phone, edited it on iMovie, and then I posted it to TikTok.
Wow. So, that's a perfect segue because I want to get into the different platforms, right? So when you started out, you told us that you started out with Facebook. That's where you were at the time. You got the viral clip. You all of a sudden became too bougie for Facebook, and now you wanted to go jump on YouTube. So let us know, what platforms do you use and why do you use those particular platforms?
Okay, so perfect. Thank you so much for asking that question as well. So I started off on Facebook. It went great for a good year or two. But of course, following my passion, I need to eat. Facebook, I didn't find out a way to get paid. So I went to YouTube. Hopefully they can feed me. Yeah. That's what I went looking for. And one of my good friends as well, he's literally a role model to myself. And he doesn't believe me when I say this, is Devon X Scott. He was the person who actually monetized my YouTube account. So he's the one who actually made me got the opportunity to get feed. Right? Because that's when I started making cash and whatnot. So
wow.
I left Facebook and I started doing stuff on YouTube.
Right.
I had an Instagram account as well. I see that as an important app to make me reach the next level too. And recently, he told me about TikTok. Devon X Scott as well. He told me, I was like, yo, TikTok, go on the app now, make it now. I was like, TikTok? I don't want to go on TikTok. I said, 2-year-old and 5-year-old kids. He was like, but that is your demographic. So I said, you know what? I was like, okay, I'm going to make the TikTok. I made the TikTok and I started looking at the content, and I won't lie when I tell you I got addicted. On TikTok. It was amazing. That was probably one of the best things I did. So I have 3 social media platforms that I use. Facebook being, YouTube being the number 1 priority for me right now.
Because that's where you're making your money.
Yeah, that's where I'm making money. And then I would use Instagram as well, and as well as TikTok. So all these three apps contribute to helping my YouTube as well. The reason I stopped uploading on Facebook is because I understand my demographic and I understand it's predominantly teens and young kids, and they
Right.
don't necessarily have Facebook. It's more of the adult market, let's just say 23 years or 25 years and older. So I
Right.
decided to stick to websites or to sites that have my demographic, which was YouTube,
Beautiful.
Instagram, and TikTok. So those are the
Beautiful.
three sites that I use. And well, Facebook, I would just post the link to the video that I upload on Facebook, so people could just click the link on Facebook and go
Yeah.
across to YouTube and make me get that view so I can get fed.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, wow, bro, that is beautiful. So now let me get into it. We don't need numbers, but what we need to know, what I want the people to know is, can you make a living off of creating content and monetizing YouTube?
Perfect question. The answer to that is I left my job at the health center and I never went back. So that's
Right,
the answer right there. I've been pursuing social media ever since. Obviously, it had some rough days, as anything in life would have. But it's the sticking to it and actually understanding that the process, you have to go through these things to understand and appreciate it. So yes, I do think that people could make a living on social media. You just have to be serious. Like, you literally need to be serious, and you need to understand that this is not no joking matter. Because when you tell
yeah,
somebody, hey, I'm a YouTuber, they think you're just fooling around. No, no, no.
yeah,
It's literally a place where you could get an opportunity. Somebody in a big blockbuster movie could see you and say, you know what, let's take that person from YouTube and put them in this particular movie.
correct,
While the note, for example, Nick Cannon takes a lot of people from Instagram and have them on his show, and one
correct,
person in DC Young, and
yeah,
he got so much opportunity just from being on social media
yeah,
to making his dreams come true, to meet Steve Harvey and all these amazing people that could give him advice to help his career even further. So I
wow,
definitely think that social media is a place that you could gain from. But
right,
I need people to understand you always need to have a backup.
right,
And when I say that, people say, well, you're defeating the purpose. The first backup and the second backup, the third backup supposed to be that one dream. But in
right,
life, you need to make sure you have a backup, because let's just say things don't go the way you wanted to. You have
right,
something to fall back on, to go back to the drawing board, and then
right,
come back even stronger. So what I did when I left my job, I saved money for 3 months. So if I end up in any problems, I don't have to go to mommy and say, "Can I have $500, or can I have this to go Pennywise to get this and that and
yeah,
whatnot?" So you need to have a backup. My backup
yeah,
was saving 3 months to make sure I have something. So if it did not work, I would eventually keep afloat for at least 4 or 5 months and get a
right,
new job if possible. But
right.
yes, to the answer of your question, yes, you could make on social media. You just have to be serious
That's
and you
beautiful.
have to love it. Listen, I went through so much days that it was so hard, and people don't know. When they see the video, they don't see the process. And I went
Right.
through so much difficulties, personal things in my life where I have to push aside and try to make people laugh, which is so difficult at times.
When
Like,
you are
people
going through
don't
your
know,
own
but
stuff.
exactly. But if you love it and you appreciate it and you want it, it's definitely going to feed that drive within, and you would master something on social media and become a great content creator once you
I
believe
love
in
it.
yourself.
I love it.
Yes.
So, break down, what are some of the ways a content creator outside of YouTube, what are some of the ways that you have been able to make money off of your content? And what are
Yes.
some ways that you are looking to make money off of your content?
Definitely some ways that I made was for merch, for sure, for sure. That,
I,
again,
I,
there
I
was
heard you sold out C3. I heard you
yes,
sold out C3.
C3, C3 went amazing. I dropped merch, and every single one of the merch was sold out, over 500 pieces. And
Yeah.
I appreciate the support that people give. Another way that I make money is from hosting.
Right.
Another way as well is like birthday parties and whatnot. doing advertisement videos. Um, One thing I would like to go into is
Yeah.
Twitch. So
Talk
I
about
want to
it.
make a Twitch. Yeah, I want to make a Twitch account and
Yeah.
go on there. I love FIFA, so I can probably go there, play some FIFA, live some FIFA, and basically enjoy with the people who love football as well.
And we can
But those
monetize off
days,
Twitch too. We can
yes,
monetize off Twitch too.
exactly, exactly. As well as I work on radio, Red 96.7. So those are the different streams of income for myself.
Yeah.
But from social media,
Yeah.
what I did in terms of expanding and getting more cash flow in was hosting advertisement videos as well as birthday parties, gig and whatnot, to try to put me in a position where I could do better. And doing the better, sometimes you have to put out money.
Of
So
course.
I need to make sure and keep that grind up, make sure and keep focus as well, because sometimes people lose focus hosting gigs and doing all these live shows and not putting the energy where it basically started, which was
Right.
the YouTube. So I try my best to keep the focus equally spread throughout what I do and understand the end goal. And the end goal is to inspire and be better and bigger and hopefully meet Kevin Hart one day. So I would work
I
hard
love
and
it.
hard until I meet Kevin Hart.
That's
one
the
day.
goal. That's the goal. I love it. Listen, folks in the chat, please, if you are loving what Samson is bringing us tonight, I need flames. I need hearts. I need likes. Let me know that you guys are enjoying what the man is dropping tonight, because listen, these are some gems and we still have more. Drop some fire in the comments below, man. Let me know. Let us know we're going good, man. Let us know. We need some vibes, you know? We need some vibes. Samson, now
Yes,
one of the keys to consistency and motivation is having a support system or a circle around you of like-minded people. Now I know the background. The funny thing is the background is blurred, so we can't see everybody, but we know there's a whole crew. There is a whole crew behind Samson right now. So what I want to dive into is talk about the importance of having a creative circle, and what do you look for in allowing a creative circle to happen? Because I know you probably didn't go out and say, "Hey, you're a creative, you come on my team. You're a creative, you come on." How does that form for you? So how important is it, and how does it form? How did it form for you?
Well, the process is getting that genuine feeling.
And name names, eh? We need names. We need names.
Of course. And for sure, Devon X Scott being one of the persons who gave me a lot of advice in doing certain things and reaching our next level and how to make money, as well as Adrian, aka Dre Squad. He gave me a lot of his personality, which helps myself content-wise and whatnot. We laugh a lot. We enjoy each other presence in terms of when we come together, we talk about content creation, and the main thing is we are honest with each other. So if I see fault in someone else's content, or they see fault in my content, or they say, you know what, you could work a bit better on this particular shot or angle or quality, then I would take that advice, because they're friends. And the main thing I would want is their honesty and their genuine feedback, as well as Maurice, person who I recently started hanging out with. He's a crazy cuckoo guy, but he's so funny, right? All these different people that help me get that extra push, because I'm not gonna lie, again, the personal things in life, it's gonna have days where it may outweigh what I would like to do. And my friends definitely bring me back to reality and make me realize that, hey, the end goal is not no end goal. It has no finish line. You need to continue going until you can't go anymore.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, and just keep inspiring people. But Devon, Adrian, as well as Maurice, and a lot more people, they give me the strength to continue doing what I do, as well as the laughter that I need. Because I accustomed making people laugh. But they are the ones
Who make you laugh?
Yes, and to get rid of that stress level and whatnot.
Right.
So I enjoy hanging out with my friends. Most of the times, Devon makes me come to C3. All my gas in my vehicle is finishing, and he would not top up my gas at all. But that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate
Yeah.
my friends and I appreciate the genuine love they give me in terms of making my content better and in terms of giving me advice on how I could go about making more money than making
Then
right
on
now.
your own.
Yeah.
So how does having the collaborations? One of the things that I admire about that group is I could go on Adrian's channel and I see Samson, I see Devon. I can go on Devon's channel, I see both of you guys. I can go on your channel and see both of them. So how does you guys collaborating, how does that help push the content and push the personalities forward?
If one man builds a bridge, it would take forever to build. If collectively a lot of people come together and build a bridge, somebody is going to get the opportunity to add more people to help build that bridge, and the appreciation for local content creation will eventually reach a larger scale.
Right.
So other than they just helping me and whatnot, we always sit down and think about, ways on how we can expand the local market in terms of YouTube. Hence the reason they collab with me, I collab with them, with
Right.
Adrian, with Devon Scott. So we all come together and try to do at least a video a month. Sometimes we are a little bit busy, so that might not happen. But
Right.
we try our best to put all the content out there, and
Right.
hopefully people could realize and see that, hey, YouTube in Trinidad, especially in regional countries, it could become something. It could amass to something bigger than they're seeing it as. So that's where the collabs comes in. One man can't build a bridge, but collectively, a lot of people, if they do, the bridge will be finished in no time.
I love it. Now, is there any competition amongst you guys? Whether it be, you guys actually are competitive, or it's a friendly, as who can get the most views, or who can create the funniest videos. Talk to us about it. Is there competition in the camp?
Honestly, you might think it would have, but it doesn't have any competition at all in terms of who get the most views and who get the most likes and whatnot. It's just us being us. If there's anything we compete at, is when we get together and just sit down and talk, is who can make each other laugh as much as we make people laugh. So we try to push ourselves in terms of, hey, other than social media, we have a life as well. Let's get that positive, genuine energy and
Right.
put that out there. But no competition at all, at all, at all. Only advice, only love, only long life words that I would like to take to myself and put it
Yeah.
into stuff that I put out there.
I love it. I love it. And what I want is, can you give us some tips on building engagement? Because you know what? The video with your sister had
Right.
like over 500,000 likes on that video. And the video with you busting your baby brother's head, that video has a couple 100,000 likes as well. So can you give us some tips on how do we get that engagement? Because you know what? If I get 60 likes, I'm like, all right, the people like my thing. So give us some tips on building engagement on our content.
All right, for sure. Again, what I started was creating content that I experienced, creating content that I went through in life and putting it out there and adding a twist to it, or probably over exaggerating it a little tad bit to make sure that people enjoy it as much as they do. So those videos and whatnot, again, that gets the 500K views and whatnot. Those are the people who choose that particular content to do that well. But all I try to do is create relatable content. That's my category of comedy. Relatable content that I went through to put out there so people could look behind the screen and say, you know what, mom did that to me, or dad did that to me, or my sis did that to me. But it's not the end of the world. Let's laugh about it. So that is the type of content I try to put out there. Life itself, but life and comedy, mix that together, it becomes a nice Skittles pack or a nice calorie mixture of just fun and local Caribbean content.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Samson, listen
Yes,
to
sir.
me. You have given us a really good idea as to what it takes to be a social media personality. You know, what goes on behind the scenes with your content, the support system, ways to monetize. And I know that if there's going to be things that people take from this and start to implement into their business, or again, just, you know, helping them build their own personal brands. Or if they decide, you know what, let me quit. Let me quit my job as a CEO and let me just start to do some comedy.
One thing I would like to add as well,
Talk to us.
it's important. Let's just say on Instagram, it's important to have IG stories, let people see a different side of you. For a long period of time, the only thing people saw was my skits. They didn't understand who I was. They didn't
Right.
understand that I am a big football fan. They didn't
Right.
understand that I love cricket as well. They
Right.
they they didn't see the personal side of me, and I
Right.
decided to do that on my Instagram stories. Let people see a different side of Certified Samson, better known as Jamel Samson,
Yeah.
and it's an important thing as well because people tend to grow with you other than
Yes.
the content itself, they tend to grow with you as an individual. They see some of the mistakes you might make, and they might themselves even like kind of correct me for something that I did wrong or say wrong or not
Wow.
doing at this particular time. So I
Right.
try to keep engagement as much as possible. So every day I try to, put up something on my Instagram stories. Every Friday I upload a video on YouTube. On
Right.
Instagram, I try my best to upload at least 2 videos per week, and on TikTok, it's random. Wherever I feel or wherever I want TikTok and see, I would probably do a video about that particular thing. But engagement is a lot, and also being genuine on social media because you don't want to sell this persona like everything is good all the time, everything is a basket of roses and petals. No,
Right.
people need to see the real you as well,
I
and they
love
would
it.
grow with you even more and even more and even more. So to become a social media influencer or entertainer, you need to commit, first of all. Number two, you need to love it. And number three, you need to appreciate the hard days you would get and let that be the main thing for you to do better and to grow with the content that you're doing.
I love it. And you know what? I need to quickly recap that part so people understand, right? So you do 2 videos a week that get
Yes,
uploaded to YouTube, Instagram stories. TikTok is gonna be random, whatever you're feeling. You might see a challenge and you might say, yeah, hey sis, let me go. Let me do this challenge, right?
yes,
But how often now your IG stories that you're always showing the behind the scenes, so people can see what goes on, get to know you.
yes.
Is that the place you are active the most out of all of the platforms and features?
That's where people see a different side of myself. That's where I put out Jamel Sampson and not certified Sampson all the time. So
Right.
on YouTube is where they would see the skits and the short films. Um, and
So
on
the more polished
Instagram is
work.
where, yes, and on Instagram they would see Jamel Sampson and what he goes through on a daily basis, what his mom says when he doesn't wash up the wares, or what his sis does if he agitates her. So like people see a personal side to me on Instagram, and they
Yeah.
see the professional side to me on YouTube.
I love it. Is IG stories, is that the platform, or do you recommend posting to that platform every day versus, scheduling it? Talk to
Not
us.
not it don't necessarily need to be every day. I personally do it because I get up every morning with something new on my mind for some reason.
Right.
I get up every morning like with a different personality, a different mindset. So if I could let a content creator in on advice, it would be at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least try to go on your Instagram stories and be active. Make sure you wish the people a good day. Let them know what you experience personally, you probably went to tea and tech to pay a bill. Somebody coming in the line. You mightn't have the substance to put that in a skit, but you have the substance to let people know on IG story. And it could make them laugh as well. It could make their day as well. So other than skits, I try to make people day as well in terms of me being Jamel Sampson as well.
Right.
Because people experience a whole lot of stuff. So whatever it is, whatever category it is, if it's makeup you're doing, if it's social media comedy, if it's a podcast, if it's adventure videos, always try to be active on social media. Let people see that genuine personal side of you and not only the video side.
That's beautiful. That,
Yeah.
listen, that, we will wrap up our segment on that because, listen, there are levels to what Jamel just dropped for us. If you are here in the live audience, if you love the social media personality teardown segment, I need hearts. We need some fire. Show us some life in the comments. You guys know how we do. The funny thing is Jamel, is you will see people commenting, and then there's like a big gap of silence, and you'll be on camera thinking, wait a minute, did everybody go? But no, there's a bunch of people here, but they're busy.
People who are listening in right now, any questions you have for me, you could put it in the comment section below.
Yes.
Any question, I don't mind answering any question at all. It could be as personal as where I'm born. It could be as personal as where I live. Any questions that you have, put it in the comment section. As Keron said, put those hearts, put those comments, put those...
They're coming in.
Yeah, so you all come on, put them comments in the comment
They're coming in. So,
and I will answer to the best of my ability.
Beautiful. The next segment, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but the next segment is the final segment. It is our Q&A. So everybody start to drop your questions in from now, because when we come back from the break, we're going to dive right into the Q&A, and you heard it from the man himself. He's going to be giving us, any questions you guys drop, we're going to be answering it. So, Mr. Sampson, give us 60 seconds. We're going to go thank our sponsors, and we're going to bring it on home. All right?
Not a problem, bro.
Wonderful.
Stay connected and entertained with broadband bundles designed for you. With Flow starter and advanced plans, you can enjoy faster speeds to stream more of what you love. Get free access to the best shows, series, and movies with HBO Go, and connectivity on the go with free Flow Wi-Fi. Packages start from as low as $295 and no contract required. Visit discoverflow.co to sign up today. Flow, keeping you connected.
Sharing your goals, helping you find your place in the world. Eastern gratitude, holding your hand, leading the way, here for your needs, making sure that you succeed. Eastern's lending a hand, Eastern together, we're leading the way. Eastern Credit Union, leading the way.
All right. So I hope you guys, got your drinks. I hope you guys topped up. My beverage is almost low, and it always gets like that coming down to the end of the show.
Might as well.
Yo, beautiful. So let us get into the home stretch, which is our Q&A segment. So we're going to cue the clock up. We're going to get that ready. And the timer starts now. So what we're going to do is I have a couple of questions from social media that we get to first. And after those questions, then we're going to get into the questions from the live audience. So my live audience, start to drop your questions now. We're going to get to social media questions first. And this is going to be a video question that came in. So I'm going to roll it. You're not going to see it, but I'm going to tell you what the question is after, okay? But I'm going to roll the first video question, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just grab it, and here we are. All right. So, first question is from my brother from another, Kevin Valley. Let's roll the clip.
content creation is a very time-consuming craft. You got to put in that time to perfect it, to make it, to get the desired results you want to get from it. So my question is, do we really need to be creating and posting content frequently, like more than once a day and that sort of stuff, just to get the desired effect?
All right. So, Samson.
Yes. Yes.
Question came in from Kevin. So the question from Kevin is, content creation is extremely time consuming, right? Do we need to create content every single day to get the desired effect we want on social media?
All right. So what I will say to that is, when you start off, definitely quantity is important. Quantity is important. When I started making videos, I uploaded 4 videos per week.
Wow.
4 videos every week until I reached 100K, and I started reducing the amount of videos that I posted. It started at 4, then it reached to 3, then it reached to 2. So the more you build your fan base, quality would sometimes be better than quantity. So I might produce a quality video for 1 week and let that sit there and let people enjoy that video for 1 week, come back and see whatever information they could take from it, or whatever life learning lesson they could get from it. And next week I will drop on next video. So when you're building fan base, sometimes the quality is better than the quantity. So when you now start, you need to have that content out there for
It's got to be coming out. It's got to be coming.
And when you build a fan base, that's when the quality comes in. You have to put a lot more effort. You have to understand that the fan base is growing and your fan base is growing with you. So you have to put out quality content for people to enjoy.
Perfect. I love it. I think that answered Kevin's question. The next question, we're going to roll the clip, and this question comes in from Kira Mohammed. We're going to run the clip, and then I'm going to tell you what the question was.
So my question is for Certified Samson, being a social media personality, what aspects of your analytics do you include in your value proposition when reaching out to corporate brands for partnerships?
All right. So that question from Kira wants to know, as a content creator, when you are reaching out to brands for partnerships, what type of metrics do you include as a part of your value proposition to a brand as to why they should work with you versus somebody else?
I try to get all the metrics from all the different social media platforms. Sometimes a corporate business might be more interested in YouTube because they feel it may give them an international audience. Or sometimes a local business would prefer Facebook, and they would prefer an ad done for that particular social media site. So the metrics that I give is for all platforms except TikTok. I would start to add that metrics in now, but I mean, from YouTube to Instagram and as well as Facebook, I tend to give the metrics for those different social media platforms, which gives the person who probably hire me to do an ad, or the person who I go to, for them to realize they have different options in terms of if they would like to go local alone, we can do something on Instagram. If they want to go international, we can do something on YouTube.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. So now that we have wrapped up the video questions, we are going to take the questions from the live audience. So to kick this one off, we're going to tips, games, and more. And they're asking, Samson, what is your dog's name?
Yo, my dog name. Okay, so I would start this off first. I recently bought a rabbit, and the rabbit passed away because I got a heat stroke.
You cook it.
Right?
You cook it. Heat stroke. It sounds like you cook it. the man cook it.
So I purchased the dog. I bought a Belgian Malinois. and his name is
Woo!
Spartacus. He's an energetic dog.
Spartacus.
I didn't know what I bought. I just saw a puppy, and I was like, you know what? I want a puppy.
Malinois are a lot of work, but they're
Listen,
beautiful
a
dogs.
lot of work, and the reason how I know I care about that dog, because every morning I wake up, I clean the dog kennel, and make sure the dog get lots of exercise, and then put him back in his kennel, feed him, and he'll sleep. But his name is Spartacus. Very
Wonderful.
energetic dog, yeah.
Lovely. All right, so we're gonna move it. We're gonna keep it moving because the questions are coming in hot and heavy. So Malika, I'm sorry if I butchered the name. Malika, what levels or strength in approach is too much for your listeners? So I'm guessing she's asking, at what point is maybe content too much for your audience?
You don't want to put out too much content out there because let's be real here. Sometimes people might just get a little bit probably fed up. Let's just say they might see too much of you and be like, oh gosh, I see this. Or you might not know you posted that a year ago and you posted back over again. So hence the reason why I said when you're building in your fan base, quality beats quantity. So you don't want to be uploading 7 videos a week if you have 1 million followers.
And it's terrible content.
Quality over quantity. Don't feel that social media is going to run away or whatever the case might be. You're going to always have your diehard fans. Because when you put yourself in that stage or that phase to keep producing content, you realize you're going to be stressed because next week you have no ideas. And you're going to run out of ideas if you're doing videos 7 days a week. Trust me. So
that's a fact.
Quality over quantity for sure.
Nice. Next question comes in from Jessica. How do you film your vlogs? Just your phone or camera? And is it hard vlogging in public?
I do everything on my phone. Every single video, every single skit that I've done, I filmed it on my phone. A lot of people think you need a high quality camera. I mean, it's better if you do get one, but I tend to use what I have to my resource. I mean, I could get a camera, but I feel like people like that personal upper body shot of myself with the skits and whatnot. Like they like that particular quality. So I tend to stick with that. And obviously, I'm going to up in quality. But for now, I film with a phone and any corporate ads that I have to do. My friend, my personal friend, Devon Extra, he helps me with that for sure. Because he is a genius in terms of filming and whatnot. So I call him to help me with advertisement.
Listen. I remember there were days when I could call Devon to get all my stuff done, and it was good. Now I gotta share Devon with Samson, with Adrian, with Devon have his own work to do. I gotta book Devon weeks in advance now. But I love it because that was 2017, and now I gotta book Devon. Growth. I love it.
Growth. Exactly.
Growth. Next question comes in from a Dominique Robinson. Hi, Dominique. Dominique says, did you ever do a local meet and greet? Talk about it.
Yes, I did 2 local meet and greets. The sponsor that I have now, GT's in Trinity Mall, I did a meet and greet there. That was my first. I was extremely nervous because that was the deciding factor for me, or that was the eye-opener to see that if the people online is as genuine and organic as I thought they were, and they definitely were. They came out, they supported me, they got my merch. I didn't expect the reaction, like people crying when they
I heard you sold out some merch.
I'm just being me, and these people just coming and showing me their love and appreciation, and I would literally not be where I am if it wasn't for the love and support. And then I went to C3,
wild.
And I had an even bigger meet and greet. Devon X Scott helped me. I know I probably called his name so one time. Adrian helped me, as well as some other close friends who made that meet and greet possible. And so 2 meet and greets, 1 in Trinity location and 1 in C3.
I love it. Next question comes in from Arisha Kimberly. She asks, what made you start comedy at such a young age?
Kevin Hart, life experiences, me being too hyper to be in a particular environment. I just want to express all this built up energy and personality within to put it out there for people to enjoy. That's literally how it started, and why I started is to make sure and put a smile on people's faces. A lot of people suffer from depression, from anxiety. They go through stress at home, and if I could take them out of that world for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or even for weeks or months or years, I would do the best of my ability to try to make that happen.
I love it. The next question comes in from one of the other Caribbean bosses, Dr. Terry Carell.
Hey,
Miss
boy.
Terry Carell. Terry asks, apart from comedians like Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Dave Chappelle, etc., which non-comedian would you love to meet?
Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Mel Gibson, although he's a kind of crazy guy. Listen, the list is a lot. I can't name the list for sure, but number one on the list is Will Smith. Minus the entanglement situation, I believe Will Smith has a lot of advice in terms of life, life itself, and going about things and how to get over that obstacle called doubt, because I believe doubt is something that kills a lot of dreams.
Yes,
and
it
you have
does.
to be a doer, right? You could basically have an idea for something, but it's not going to make sense if you're not a doer. And for sure, Will Smith is somebody that I'd like to meet, and I'd also like to meet Denzel Washington.
I
and
love
Kevin Hart. Well, I mean, I know he's a comedian, but I would like to meet him as well, seeing that he wrote a book about his life experiences as well.
Perfect. Next question comes in from Adafi. Now this is a very good question, right? And you're going to be the perfect person to answer this. She asks, is there any pointers you can give on overcoming your fear of creating your very first video for social media?
And it's simple. Start. It's as simple as that. A lot of people overthink it. A lot of people think, what would people say if I start making content? What will people think about me? You need to get rid of what other people think about you, and you start making your opinion priority. You need to realize that it's your opinion that matters. Once you enjoy this, it will reach as far as you would like it to be. If you're solely focused on a lot of other people on the outside negatively commenting on your stuff and letting you know this doesn't make any sense, it's going to hold you back in life. Opinions is something that will hold you back in life if you're someone who takes it on. I get a lot of hate every single time. Why Samson playing female characters? Why Samson dressing up like a girl? I don't like his style of comedy. Like, I go through all of these stuff, but I never let it faze me, because I know why I started. I know how much I love doing this, and I know the same people not going to hold the camera for me, so I need to do my stuff for myself and pursue my dream.
Talk to him. I love it. I love it. I love it. The next question comes in from Simply Els, another Caribbean YouTuber. Els in the building.
I'm a fan.
Yes. So, Elise asks, if not social media, YouTube, and content creation, what other career would you choose?
I honestly love football. I would be a sports commentator. I absolutely love the EPL, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A. I love football. You see, football, for me, it takes me to a different, like, I could experience so much stress. And Manchester United could be playing Manchester City, and all that stress is out of the window for 90 minutes. Or my side, Real Madrid, Madrid, who won the La Liga. I would see them play El Clasico with Barcelona, and I'd be so into it. I'd be so animated if they hit the post, if they miss. So I feel I would be a great sports commentator. So that would have been the career choice if I wasn't who I am today.
Perfect. Dominic Chapman asks, do you make longer pieces of content for YouTube, then cut those up into smaller pieces for Instagram or other platforms?
Love that question, and it's so good. Yes, I do. So, for example, for the short series, those tend to go to 7 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. That cannot fit on TikTok. So what I'll do, I'll cut out a part of it that probably have a little bit of climax, and I'd put it there so people would be like, hey, I need to check out this whole video. And they would basically click the link and head over to YouTube. So it's important as well. You don't want to put the same video on all the platforms or else it kills the views. So if you upload on YouTube and you take that same video and you upload on Instagram at the same time, the people who see it on Instagram would not watch it on YouTube. The people who watch it on YouTube would not watch it on Instagram. So it's important to find that balance. But yes,
Perfect.
cutting the video and putting it to other social media platforms so people can check it out, that's an important thing as well. You don't necessarily need to put it on your feed itself. It could be on your Instagram stories, or it could be in your Facebook stories, or you could cut a 30 seconds clip and put it on TikTok. And you never know if people might make that 30 seconds clip go big and even reach more people, because TikTok is a place, views are crazy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I have another good question that just came in from Akira. Kira asks, would you move to make your content exclusive if you developed a loyal fan base? It's a beautiful question.
Would I move to make my?
Would you make your content exclusive? Like, would you put it on, would you put it on a website and use Patreon and put like a paywall and make your content exclusive and make people pay for it? If you developed a loyal fan base but that was willing to pay for it?
I mean, I would definitely say the content that I make, it has a lot of work in it, and I would be appreciated if people appreciate the content that I make as well, in terms of donating to try to help me reach a bigger scale. But I don't think I would do something like that. Right now, I don't have that mindset in terms of creating a website that people have to subscribe or pay for a particular month to see this. I want as much people to see it as possible, as much people to get inspired, because it might have a kid who living in Laventille, or it might have a kid in Mova, and he cannot see Certified Samson videos, but he wants to be a next social media influencer or entertainer. So his only resort is to look at me or look at somebody else to get advice from or to get motivation from. So I wouldn't want to make my content exclusive for people. If Netflix call me, I mean, Netflix money is amazing. If Netflix call and say that to me, what series? No problem. Sure, no problem.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, this is the last question for the night. This question comes in from Jessica. How do you reach engagement beyond Trinidad and Tobago? Do you poise yourself for an international audience also?
It's a little bit more difficult because how I speak, how my content is, somebody that just say from Germany might not relate to it. So it's all about the relatability of the content. It's all about how you speak. It's all about the target audience you would try to reach. I'm not too sure if people see, it has an unboxing channel where they unbox toys on YouTube. And those videos get millions and millions and millions of views. It's because
money.
people... Yes, a lot of money. So people all across the world could look at that video. It's not something that they wouldn't relate to. It's something that it's exciting, both from young or older. A lot of people into those sort of stuff. So for me, as much as I would love to reach an international market, I have to pace myself and I have to understand the one that I already have and how to grow the one that I already have. And with that being said, eventually I would find out ways on how to get that international market for sure.
I
great
love it. I love it. Samson, bro, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to come and chat with us. If you liked the gems that Samson dropped here tonight, you guys know what to do. Give me the 100s, give me the flames. Let me know if you enjoyed tonight's show. I told you Samson did not come to play. Samson, before you leave, do you have any closing remarks for the audience, for the future content creators out here?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Because I got most of the questions, so now I have a question for you.
Hit me.
As you can see, my beard isn't connected with left and right. So I have a question for you, sir. Mr. Keron.
Talk to me.
How could I get my beard to connect. Like it's bothering me that it's not connecting. So I need advice. What could I use? Is it shilling oil? Is it like what could I use? If I have to take goat milk, I'm buying it tomorrow. Let me know.
Listen, yo. This is jeans, right? This is jeans. However, I can recommend you. I could recommend you to the perfect person that can help you connect, and that is a soca artist who is in 4D, who just
I love it. But hey, on a serious note, the advice that I have for the audience looking at this right now, especially people who would like to create content, is the main thing that stops people from making content is doubt. Thinking, what if this don't work? Or how would I build a fan base? Or how hard will this be? Stop having all those questions and ask yourself one, which is the most important one. Could I see myself doing this 10 years down the road? Could I see myself doing this 5 years down the road? And if you do, put the love and the passion into that. Put the love, again, the love, because it's literally something that you need to love. You need to appreciate the hard days, the easy days. It's just like a job. Sometimes you work 5 days for the week, and 2 days out of those 5 days hard, probably you go through traffic, probably a co-worker is annoying you, probably you put stuff in the fridge and work and you come back and it's not there anymore. And it's like everybody experience hard days. So just appreciate when the days are difficult on social media. And this is advice I have to take for myself as well, in terms of try not to let personal things get between what you do on the net, because it's hard when you go through cycles in life. Probably the person you're with might get you upset, or probably your parents might do something, or you might do something, or you might think, stuff not happening the way it should, and you let the personal thoughts get the best of you. Try not to let that happen, and try focusing on your content creation, and you're going to be great. You're going to do great. If I could do it, come on. If I could do it, you could do it too. I reached where I am today based on loving it, and based on taking the negative comments and trying to turn that into positive comments. I do not dislike the people who dislike me. I actually like that they don't like me, so I could prove to them that, one day, at least I could hope one of my stuff helps you understand that pursue your dream as well. Hating on me is not make any sense. Pursue your dream.
And it won't make no sense either.
Exactly.
Samson, thank you very much for coming into the digital age. Listen, this is going to have a lot of replay value for people to go back in and just dissect a lot of the nuggets that you dropped. So I just want to thank you for coming out and sharing your journey and your knowledge with us here tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope to come back again so we can probably have a next conversation, because social media have so many layers, and we couldn't get to talk about 100% of what happens basically at this night. But hopefully in the future, I am back here again to share the knowledge that I have. And it was a pleasure being on the digital age. Thank you so much.
We'll definitely do it. So before we go out, I need you to pick your favorite character to close out this show. Your favorite character, and give us a closeout.
Oh my God, my name Ling Ling. What high end you like she? I loved it so much. Baldhead, thank you so much for having me on the live. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Everybody watching, be safe, take it easy, and don't forget to take the necessary steps to keep yourself safe from COVID-19. Ling Ling fabulous. Goodbye.
Yo, and on that note, please, I just want to thank you guys for coming in and tuning in tonight to this week's episode of becoming a social media personality. Samsung dropped a lot of nuggets tonight. Next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time if you're here in Trinidad, 7 p.m. if you are in Jamaica. We have the episode on virtual events with Tisha Jack, the event genie, and we're going to be breaking down, all the technical things you guys need, how to actually create things you need, the software. We're going to dive into virtual events because, as you guys know, COVID-19 is here and it don't look like she's going anywhere anytime soon. So now is the time. If you were ever, thinking about virtual events, we are going to set the stage and give you guys a complete breakdown from everything you need to get started. So next week, you do not want to miss that. And as usual, I just want to thank you guys, and I will see you next week. Keron Rose out. The replay is already available on YouTube and on Facebook if you want to go back. And I will see you guys next week.